Hello and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I was asked a question a few days ago regarding sort of how my parents reacted when I told them that I was going to be vegan. So and sort of when I started eating healthier before I went vegan, and how my parents reacted to that as well. Nearly 2 years ago now, I started eating sort of healthier. I wasn't vegan, but I changed my diet, and because basically I'm going to tell you the story of why I started eating healthier. Younger, I always sort of had tonsillitis, like constantly. So when I had my tonsils out eventually, like I could eat more things, because before that I could barely swallow anything. I just lived off pasta and yogurt, really. That's all I could like eat, because it was like soft enough to go down my throat without hurting. So then I had my tonsils taken out, and then obviously it was sore at first, but a few days later I started like discovering all these different types of food that I've never been able to eat before, because like my throat was just too sore before. So when I discovered all these foods, I just ate them and 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 I just ate loads of food. And it got to the point where I was eating more than my mother and my father were in meals. Like I'd have all the extras, and I'd have second helpings of everything, and always used to have dessert and everything like that. I wasn't very body conscious until when I went up to comprehensive school. It was more like there was more people, and there was more people judging you and everything, and I got made fun of because of my weight and stuff. And I wasn't huge, I was just quite overweight, and I wasn't happy with the way I looked. I did loads of sport, but I just wasn't like doing enough sport to burn off what I was eating. When we went into year 10, at the start of our GCSEs, in PE we had to do a fitness program, and my fitness levels weren't very good either, even though I did loads of sport. And I was probably the more sporty person. My fitness levels weren't very good. So I thought, right, I'm going to do this, I'm going to take this seriously, and like over 12 weeks trying to improve my fitness levels, like loads. I started like researching into different methods of training I could have done to help me improve. And then I found sort of like the other side of it, which was the diet side, which I needed to change. So if I kept on eating the way I did and tried to improve my fitness, it just wouldn't have worked. So in the beginning, I never did anything to lose weight. It was just to get fitter and to eat healthier. So healthy eating, I just told that I look at meal ideas and on YouTube for YouTubers that had meal ideas. So I wrote out a meal plan each week, and I'd have breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, tea. That was all dinner. That's how it worked. I guess I wasn't really eating enough. Like for breakfast, I'd have like a bowl of porridge, and when I look at my serving sizes of the bowl of porridge I used to have, it was like just the bottom of the bowl. And then I'd have some like blueberries or strawberries, whatever, a tiny amount. Then a break, I'd have about like less than a handful of walnuts or something like that, or some seeds or some dried fruit or something. And then at lunch I'd have a little salad or a tiny little box of pasta or something like that, or a tiny little sandwich, or like one roll with like chicken or lettuce or whatever in it. And then when I came home, I'd have a smoothie with like one banana and some strawberries and like almond milk. And then for tea, I just had like couscous and like a tomato sauce. That's like basically a day of what I used to eat. And I was eating tiny portions, so that's why I lost weight. So over the 12 weeks, I didn't really like realise I was losing it. Then people started saying, "No, you've lost weight." So I was like, "Yeah, I have. Actually, I didn't realise myself that I'd lost weight." So when it got to that point, then I was like, "Well, I must be doing something right." So I just carried on eating healthy, and then it became like just a force of habit. And I had like takeaways every now and again on the weekends, but it just sort of became a force of habit, and I just carried on eating healthily, and that's just the way it was. And I carried on training, and my fitness really improved, and I started doing long distance running and everything like that. So that was great. Then one day I was on YouTube on one of the accounts of like I think it was like Blogger Lattes or something, that account, looking at recipes, and on the side came up a video from Freely, the banana girl, which she's like a vegan YouTuber, and I had to look at one of her videos, and it all seemed a bit intimidating, like the way she was throwing veganism out at people, and she was swearing and everything, and I was just like, whoa, no, what is this? But it did intrigue me. I was like, I want to see what it is. So Lent was coming up, which is like 40 days where you give up a certain food between Pancake Day and Easter Sunday. So I hadn't decided anything, because it wasn't really anything I ate a lot of, like enough to give up. So I thought, right, okay, I'll become vegan for Lent. So I had no basis around it at all, because I knew nothing about it. I just didn't even know the ethics or the environment, the health benefits even. Obviously it seemed a bit healthier because you're just eating plants, but I thought meat was necessary. So I just sort of just went off on a whim, and like I planned it a few days before, went shopping the day before, got some food, right, there we go. So then when the day came that I became vegan, this was the first time, I felt great, like I was really energised and everything. And then as the days went on, I sort of became weaker, and I was noticing that I sort of had headaches and I didn't feel very well and stuff. And to me, that was all, it was because I was vegan, that's why, because I didn't have enough proteins, because I didn't have enough meat. So that was my excuse. So I lasted like a week and a day, and then I just went to Pizza Hut and had a pizza, because I didn't eat enough. That was the thing, I wasn't eating enough, because there's such low density of calories in these foods that you have to eat big quantities. I was still eating these small portions of the same food. Passed by, like, how long was that now? Like 4 months. I was going through YouTube again. I was still subscribed to Freely because I didn't unsubscribe. So I just watched her videos, then I watched some other people's videos, and other people's videos, and other people's videos, and I just thought, well, I realised what I've done wrong now. I didn't eat enough. That's what I realised, and I thought, you know, I'm going to try this again. So what actually happened was I changed in the same day. So I had some meals that were vegan, and then in the night I went vegan, and I didn't go back. So I've been vegan for like a month and a week now. So like 5 weeks. And like I've never felt better ever in my life, and I haven't had any headaches, and I haven't felt ill at all. So when I started eating healthily, like 2 or so years ago, my parents didn't really react in a way. It was sort of like relief, because they'd always battled with me because I just want to eat and eat. I literally ate so much. So I guess it was a kind of, is that thunder? I guess it was a kind of relief for them, and I think what made it okay for them is that I cooked all my own food. So if they didn't want to eat what I was eating, I'd make my own, they'd make their own. That's the way it was, because I ate sort of 5 o'clock-ish, so earlier than them. When I decided to go vegan for Lent, they were a bit like, oh, where are you going to get your protein, you know, the typical questions. And I was like, oh, it'll be fine, I'll get it from beans and everything. So I kind of knew what I was saying, because I just knew like what kind of vitamins were in different things. But again, because I cooked all my own meals, it wasn't a massive issue, and they knew, well, they thought, and I thought it would only be for the 40 days of Lent, but obviously it only lasted a week anyway. So, and when I said to them, oh, I've got some headaches, they were like, oh, it's because you're vegan, or you better come off this and eat meat again, or whatever. So that's what I did. Then when I said to them, I'm thinking about becoming like vegan properly this time, because I know my facts and I know why. They were obviously a bit optimistic, and my dad was like, but you need meat, we're meat eaters. And I was like, no, you know, saying all these facts, and I got really upset about it, because they were all like, no, you have to eat meat, you have to eat dairy and all this. And I was like, but you don't. Like, I just knew my facts, and they wouldn't listen to me, because parents just want to be right. And I just went vegan. I didn't care what they thought, so I just carried on cooking my own meals. Then a few times I've cooked for them like vegan meals, but they kept adding meat to it. Like I made bean burgers, so I had mine, and they added bacon to theirs. So, and obviously still had dairy and stuff. But I think, like, if you keep saying what you say and be consistent with your own beliefs, then it kind of transitions them slightly. You know how competitive my dad is, so I sort of said to him, oh, like, there's no way you could live without meat or whatever, saying back to what he said to me. And then he was like, oh, I think I could do it. And right now he's in the middle of doing a vegetarian week to see what it's like, because I sort of told him, well, there's no way you could do it, but he's doing it now. So I did it to try and help him do it. Now my sister's turned vegetarian, don't know how long that's going to last. But you know, and my mum, she's doing vegetarian week as well, so it gets to a point where, and I think eventually they'll turn vegan. They just don't realise, and they're just addicted to foods with dairy and dairy milk, dairy and meat and everything like that. If there was any advice that I'd give you if you wanted to go vegan, if you're considering going vegan, and you've told your parents and your parents are completely against the idea, you just got to know your facts. Like, you just got to watch some videos of vegan YouTubers, and you've got to research, type in like where can vegans get protein, where can they get calcium, where can they get all these vitamins, and it'll become apparent that you can get everything, like as long as you eat enough and an abundance of different fruits and vegetables and grains and legumes, then you'll get everything you need except from B12, which you can only get when you eat meat, because they inject the beef with B12, so it's because you only get from the soil, so it's like fortified meat. So that's number one. Number two is show that you'll cook. So look up recipes and show, because obviously it can be a hassle if like a working week, it's like, oh no, I've got to make another meal for another child and I can't cross it with our meals and everything. So you just got to make sure that you will cook, and you can start really simple. Like, you can literally just have like mono meals, so you can just have bananas for breakfast, you can have rice and some spinach for lunch, and then you can just have potatoes for for dinner. That's all you need. Show to them that you're really like committed to it, and show consistency, and just show them that you love it and you feel better, and then eventually when they see your results, they'll want to join it too, and it goes on and on like that. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope it was helpful, and I guess like it does take a bit of time for parents to get used to this. Like, they've always wanted to be, well, they're not always wanted to be, it's just a thing that parents are always right and they guide their children, they just want the best. So you just got to show them that this is the best. Obviously when they were younger they were brought up in a way like different but similar to what we are, because it was different in the way that it was like, yes, that meat is extremely healthy and like you need to eat it, but now yes, we do need to eat it, but sort of McDonald's and everything, KFC. So you can understand where they're coming from, because they do just want the best. No one's ever going to want a child that's deficient in anything or malnourished, so you just got to show them that you're not going to be malnourished.